Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Married to Medicine, and we have an update. We have a statement that is coming in from none other than Dr. Jackie Waters herself, because, like I told you in a previous video, more than likely a statement would come out, right? I told you that, right? So as you know, I literally just uploaded this video today, hours ago, but nonetheless, over the past few days, Dr. Jackie Waters, paging Dr. Jackie, was getting dragged everywhere because the clip dropped, of her on this live with Dr. Heavenly, and her talking about black female patients, and how they're lazy, they're dramatic, they just want to come in 25, 30 times throughout their pregnancy and demand a pink slip so that they can get out of work. And all these other things, and that, sometimes they're not even really in pain, which prompted, as you know, black maternal mothers are the highest death rate right now, right? In terms of OB, and it skyrocketed during the pandemic. And one of the biggest issues is that when black women, say that they have pain and everything else, they're not always believed by their providers that are taking care of them. And then the next thing you know, you're getting preeclampsia, you're getting some type of complication. Then you are rushed into an emergency C-section, emergency procedure, and everything else. And you don't know whether or not you're coming out of that operating room alive. You don't know if you and your kid are coming out of that operating room alive. You don't know what's going to happen, because all other interventions were ignored, right? So nonetheless, this led to a lot of viral comments in particular in the Neighborhood Talks post about Dr. Jackie's comments, and a lot of former patients were speaking out about their experience with Dr. Jackie, some positive, some negative, some also giving credence to, their pain not being taken seriously when they were under her care. Some are former patients, some still see Dr. Jackie, but I knew she was going to come out with a statement because she's high profile, right? Yes, she's on a reality show, but primarily she's an OBGYN first, and she has a lot of notoriety. She has a lot of clout. Like I said, she just did that, live with the Vice President of the United States and Kamala Harris, because they both are sorors. So Jackie's name holds a lot of weight, right? Not just in the Atlanta spaces, but in a lot of prominent spaces. And so she released the following, right? She said, recently a clip from a nearly 2-hour video was taken out of context to make it appear that I somehow take lightly what I have advocated for concerning the devastating problem facing the black maternal health crisis. It has been my life's work to highlight and attempt to rectify the issues that devastatingly impact black maternal mothers versus our counterparts. Then she says further along, she says, as a physician, I educate my patients every day to be their own best health advocate as we continue to face medical mistreatment and gaslighting. My intention with the broader conversation was to ensure patients enter their pregnancies armed with information and tools to effectively communicate their needs with their doctors to ensure a positive outcome. Jackie ended the statement by saying she chose her profession to help black women. The reason I became an OBGYN is because growing up I saw such a lack of diversity amongst medical professionals, and I was determined to be a part of the change. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow I will continue to fight for the lives of black mothers and babies. So that is her statement. I am not surprised that she released a statement because she was getting heavy backlash, right? She was getting heavy backlash, and and there it was, right? But here's the thing. Jackie is not perfect, right? And there have been a lot of times on Married to Medicine where her slip is shown, where she has kind of made some off-color comments. She has made some comments that are not appropriate, that, would question some things about Dr. Jackie. So I am not surprised that something like this has come out, right? But the one flaw that I would say in her statement, I hate when people say this was taken out of context or whatever else, but if you listen to the whole interview, the whole 2-hour live or whatever, not once did I hear, unless I have a different version, unless I have an edited copy, I didn't hear before that statement that black women were dramatic in pregnancies and trying to get off 20 to 30 days at least off of work, and all these other things. I didn't hear before that statement or after that statement. This is not representative of all black patients or all black maternal mothers. This is not going to take away from the focus of the black maternal health crisis and the significant increase in maternal deaths that have taken place, that have skyrocketed since the pandemic. I did not see that anywhere until the statement today. I don't know about you, right? So again, I think Jackie a lot of times doesn't realize that, you know, sometimes she just lacks the self-awareness, right? And sometimes she says, you know, things coming from an elite perspective and point of view, right? But a lot of times, you, even being a physician, right? Even being in healthcare and being a medical professional, right? You have to be empathetic, you have to be sympathetic to others and others' needs, right? And you can't just, you know, always come off haughty and self-righteous and all of these things, because that's a turnoff to people. But the comment you made directly was negative and was stereotyping pregnant black women, right? Now, like I said, I'm sure she's an excellent physician, right? And with all our providers, with all of our professions, some people are going to have a positive experience with you. Some people are going to have a negative experience with you. But it is very tone deaf to make the comment that she made, especially with the live circulating that she just did with Kamala Harris, speaking about how it is her priority on this maternal health crisis, and then turn around on a live with Dr. Heavenly and say that black women are dramatic and complaining and trying to get out of work and all these other things. That's not the same thing. You're contradicting yourself. You're being a hypocrite. You're basically, you know, code switching, right? That's basically what it looked like to me. You were code switching. You were trying to put a certain face, a certain, like, you know, I am a professional, you know, I'm one of the top OBGYNs in the country, and blah, 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 right? You were trying to put on that when you were on your live with Kamala Harris, but when you were with Dr. Heavenly and you're letting your hair down, you're like, listen, these black women, they got to do this, this, and this, and I don't agree with them acting like that. No. Right? You meant that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have left your lips. It wouldn't have come out of your mouth, right? And so it's just very unfortunate that, you know, once again, and I hope that this is brought up if the reunion has not been filmed yet. I hope Andy Cohen brings this topic up because it's serious, right? It's a very serious topic. It's a very serious issue, you know, as it pertains to black mothers, as it pertains to black maternal pregnancies. That's why so many people, specifically black women, are afraid to get pregnant, you guys, and would either prefer to adopt or not have kids or something else, right? Or do a surrogate. Because this black maternal health crisis thing is legit. It's real. Right? So, it is a very serious concern. It is a very serious issue. And, you know, the comments that Jackie made on the live with Heavenly versus what she said on the live with Kamala Harris are night and day, and are not keeping the same energy, and you did not clarify or quantify that you were talking about, you know, a specific situation. You made it seem like it was generalized and applicable to every single black pregnant mother that is in existence. And that is why people got pissed off, because it felt like you lacked the empathy, and you lacked, you know, as a doctor, having that discernment that, you know, a woman's pain, specifically a black woman's pain, is not going to look or feel the same from patient to patient, right? And is not just going to be a visible sign of pain that somebody's going to display. Sometimes people don't display pain visibly, right? Sometimes we have internal pain, right? Or sometimes we have pain to where we just can't even express it, right? That it can be so excruciating, right? But, you know, this was not needed, because there was nothing that to me was taken out of context, but you had to come out with this statement because of the backlash, right? because of the backlash, because of people threatening to potentially, no longer be your patient, people potentially threatening to boycott the show, Married to Medicine, people potentially, reaching out to Kamala Harris or trying to prevent you from, being at future speaking engagements or, different things. This could have affected your career. And this could potentially be a stain on your career depending on how this pans out, right? And this is the downside of being on reality TV, you guys. This is the downside of wanting to be famous, right? Is that everything you say and do is going to be under a microscope, right? So whether it is in an interview, whether it is in an Instagram live, whether it is wherever, right? You always have to be on point at all times, right? And there should never be any room for error or any room for anybody to twist anything you say. But in regards to this, you said what you said. There was nothing to twist around. And Dr. Heavenly didn't set you up. She let you continue to dig that grave for yourself, right? Now, I did see that Dr. Simone came out to defend Jackie, which Simone has always been, regardless of how you think of her personality is on the show, she is, when it comes to her friends, pretty much a ride or die, right? But again, like as it pertains to Dr. Simone, I do find this interesting because Jackie did not have the same energy for Simone. Remember the earlier seasons where she was just randomly dragging Simone? And how they used to be partners at the same practice, but like basically, hyped herself up to be like, hey, I'm the big cheese. I am the one that is getting all of the celebrity clients and all of these things, right? So once again, Simone is showing that she is the one who has the empathy, right? And that she is going to stand in solidarity with Dr. Jackie and all these things and back up her statement, right? But where was Dr. Jackie when she was dragging Simone's name through the mud these first few years of the show? People were alleging all these malpractices and all these things with zero receipts on Simone, trying to make her seem like she was this horrible OB, even though just one glimpse at her with the patient, she looked like she had great bedside manner to me. But I can understand, potential patients who may not want their doctor to be on a reality show, right? That's different from your local doctor, being on the local news for something or coming out with something innovative or being on like a work halftime type of show, right? Work lunchtime type of show, not halftime, I'm thinking sports. But nonetheless, when you're talking reality TV, where reality TV is set up and designed for some type of drama to take place at any point in time, this was not it. And this was a one-off. This was something that didn't even have anything to do with the show. This was you hanging out with Dr. Heavenly and just letting loose. So those were your real thoughts, right? This wasn't a scripted scene or a scripted setup scenario for you to specifically talk about this. You left this out with your own, regard. So that was something you were feeling deep down. But because you knew that this backlash was not going to go your way, you had to come out with a statement or it was going to be crickets. It was going to be lights out for you. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.